Hello and welcome back to another Fate Calendar video. We'll be starting the brand new Valentine's event that just got dropped today. But before that, I think you guys can probably see that I don't have any scene codes left, and I did a big oopsie since I was not planning to roll on anyone, but then I thought, why not? I then then I thought that if I should probably have enough for Aoko and Alice, but then what was it? The Karen banner showed up, and I tried few roll and got few spooks of 4 star, but then I kept on rolling until I had nothing left, and in the end, I didn't get her, but that's fine. I should still be fine for the anniversary, since anniversary there will be a huge Saint Coach drop. So yeah, I am definitely bummed out on it that uh, Karen didn't Karen didn't appear. So yeah. Anyways, there is nothing I can do now that that's all over, and I don't have any scene codes. So yeah, it's probably going to be difficult to skip on Alice. I'll try for Aoko, but I'll at least save some amount to at least guarantee the anniversary unit and probably summer. Other than that, I think Alice and Aoko both are going to have reruns on the new year, so it's still ways off. So yeah. Anyways, that was all that I did, and I think I did some ticket rolls on the uh, summer what summer Musashi banner, and I got her pretty early. So yeah, that's a plus. Also, I got, I think, in 10 to 15 tickets, 10 to 20 tickets, I got my Irish at NP2 as well. So yeah, she is also now NP2, so I don't have to roll for her in the future. If I want to 120 her, I just have to bond her up. So yeah. Other than that, I spent all my scene points on Karen. After Irish, I was almost at pity, but I didn't have scene points. So yeah, that's a bummer. So yeah. Anyways, this Valentine's 2026 Beyond the River of Chocolate prologue. I miss you. I miss you so much. But the thing hmm, is that the banner unit? Andromeda? Good. No problems with the ratio to this latest minute singularity. We are monitoring all the data on our end as usual, but how are things feeling on the ground? I smell chocolate all around me, and it smells good. There is something sweet in the air, really sweet. Senpai is right. This definitely This is definitely the scent of chocolate. I've never smelled so much of it in one place before. It's not quite enough to be overpowering, but I think you should still try to avoid breathing in too much of it just to be safe, Master. Um, what's your what's your expert opinion? Do you think Master will be safe? Okay, semi. From poison, you mean? Well, at the moment I do not sense anything toxic, but I cannot speak for what may happen should it get thicker. True, at the moment we are not detecting anything physically harmful either. And with his Mystic Code's simple filters functionality, he should still have anything, he shouldn't have anything to worry about for a while. Now, on a different subject, are you upset about something, Semiramis? This makes no sense. If I'm here, then poison should be involved in some manner. These two should be struggling for breath from the foul air, leaving me as their only hope for survival. Then I could reluctantly save their life in exchange for having them lick my boots with utmost enthusiasm. I thought that is how things would turn out, but so far there has been nothing of the sort. How dull. Yeah, we only know that Trismegistus chose you. I didn't say anything about why. At any rate, the smell, or rather, whatever is emitting it, would seem to be the largest anomaly in this singularity. A chocolate river. I don't sense any other way to describe it. I can also understand your disbelief. There is no possible way this could have occurred naturally. Most major singularity anomalies like this are related to a holy grail that's causing them. Which means, for this mission, we need merely do something about this chocolate river. The same can be said for this air. I cannot tell which came first. This air seems so through. This air seems as though it is trying to cover the very world, or to dye everything the same color. It is so dark and quite literally sickeningly sweet. How dreadfully unpleasant. So, what exactly do we need to do? How should I know? It is your job to find out what to do and do it and to do it. You lag, you laggards should know better than to try and get an empress to work. I wonder though, why chocolate? Laggards. What is that? Lagging. Okay. Slow progress. Someone who is slow to progress. Okay. Why chocolate? Could it have anything to do with Valentine's Day coming up soon? What's more, with so much rich chocolate aroma all around me, it is very hard to think about my own personal chocolate problem I have been trying to ignore. What kind of conviction should I make for Master this year? Oh, I'm sorry. I'll make sure to focus on the mission. Huh? It's nothing. Well, personally, it's a matter of great importance, but it is in no way it, but in but it in no way takes priority over repairing the singularity. So please don't worry about it. Anyway, do you have any idea for what our next move should be, Da Vinci? You bet. As a matter of fact, I just finished scanning your vicinity, and it looks like there is a servant signal nearby. I cannot tell from here if they are friendly or hostile, so the fastest way to find out is to try making contact. If nothing else, it should get us use some new information. Got it. Understood. Then we'll try to approach the signal while maintaining proper vigilance. Good grief. If doing something about the singularity is enough to finish this job, then then I can simply bestow upon them a poison chalice or two from my travel stash. So let us hurry and get this over with. Okay. I think I hear something. Me too. It sounds like a war cry. Or is it more a shout of excitement? How barbaric. Such outbursts would never have a place in my beautiful garden. It looks like the voice you are hearing is coming from the servant signal up ahead. It's coming from inside the chocolate river. Rah! Maximum speed! Followed by 180. Go, go, go! Is that? It appears to be someone surfing out of the chocolate river at high speed. They seem to be whipping up chocolate foam and driving it back and forth in all directions. What is more, they appear to be using some sort of reins. No, wait. Are those chains? I believe they are riding on something rather large just underneath the chocolate surface. Damn. It doesn't seem to have made any difference. Looks like they are not. They noticed you guys. Keep you guard up just in case. Keep your guard up just in case. Huh. Oh, and Ascension too. Nice. Hi there, I'm Andromeda. I'm a servant who was summoned here automatically to do something about this. How about you guys? Is that why you are here too? If it is, great. If not, what then? Okay. Nice. From the first interactions, she seems like the Genki airhead type. But we'll see about that. Okay. People turn. Is it the same OST as? Yep, probably. Section 1, Chained Maiden. I think only the first section is out today. So, yeah. Dun. Andromeda. So you know who she is too. Andromeda is a figure from Greek mythology. She was going to be sacrificed to a monster in order to appraise divine wrath, but was saved by the great hero Perseus. Oh, so you already know about me and him. Hey, gosh, this is kind of embarrassing. However, yeah, in the myth we know you're pretty solidly on the rescued side, not the rescuer side. So from that, it would seem like you wouldn't seem like you'd be much help on a battlefield. But now you are a fully fledged servant. Let's see your classes. I know, right? Usually when you hear maiden sacrifice, you imagine a lady who is all dainty and soft-spoken, yeah? I totally get it. But well, let's just say a lot happened. Anyway, my class is Rider. And don't worry too much about fighting, cause I can definitely do that, I think. That's a lot there is a lot I'd like to ask ask you about, like those water top moves and what look like jeans. But I think I'll save those questions for later. For now, I believe it's our turn to tell you what our site is about. Great, please tell me all about you guys. You all seem pretty cool, but I still don't know the first thing about you. And that's our team. Caldia, an organization of heroes coming together to save the world. That sounds great. No, awesome. I'm not quite sure what to say in response to such glowing, glowing praises. So I guess I'll just say thank you. I especially like knowing there is so many heroes here. Really, makes me feel safe. So hey, if you need some help, please let me help you. I might not be strong enough to take on anyone like Perseus, but I think I can at least hold my own in combat. And if there is something I can do to put the world back to how it should be, or help someone in trouble, then I should do it. No, I want to do it. I really mean that. That's great to hear. We can always use help from local servants. It's one of the key ways. It's one of the key ways to ensure a mission goes smoothly. Alright, we still have to introduce ourselves, don't we? I'm Leonardo da Vinci. The ones there are. I'm Wing. I'm Mush Kirielite. And this is Semiramis, Empress of Asiara. I may be accompanying these people as a servant, but my status and importance are clearly different from yours. So know your place when you speak to me, girl. Girl. Technically, I'm royalty too. Actually, I am the princess of Elite Ethiopia. Wait, huh? Yep, it is autocorrecting to ancient Ethiopia. It first appears. Let's see. It first appears as a geographical term in classical document in reference to the skin color of the inhabitants of the Upper Nile in Sudan, areas south of Sahara, and less often in certain parts of Asia. Its earliest mention is in the works of Homer, twice in the Iliad and three times in the Odyssey. Okay. Sure. The Greek name Ethiopia is a compound derived from two Greek words. I don't know how to read. I burn plus face, according to the Perseus Digital Library. Okay. I should be pronouncing it correctly, but let's see. Okay. Yep, Ethiopia. Okay. Sure. Yes, I've heard of that nation before, but I'm still clearly your better. Girl will suffice. Alright, I'm still in my downtime outfit, so I could serve the chocolate better. Now that I'm on the team, I should probably dress the part a bit, huh? Okay, hang on a sec. Ascension 1. Yep. There. How's this? How's that? Are those chains? Oh, these. I'd actually appreciated if you pretended they weren't there. They were actually part of my other outfit too. You just couldn't see them. They're kind of, well, inexhaust, inexcrutably tied to me. Hmm, makes sense. Your name is almost synonymous with the image of damsel in distress chained to a rock. Exactly. Anyway, that aside, what do you think? Do I seem a little more like a proper Princess Andromeda now? Personally, I fail to see much difference. Oh, well, I guess it's okay for different peoples to address me differently. Besides, it wouldn't be the first time people said I don't act like a princess. So hey, what were you planning to? What were you doing earlier anyway? Well, I figured out pretty quickly that the problem was all this stagnant air, right? And I figured that was probably coming from this river. See how it's practically standing still. You can tell the smells coming from it too. So then I thought, if the river's not flowing the problem, maybe I can improve it by getting it moving again. So I got on my noble phantasm and was trying to stir it up when you guys got here. I see. So that's why you appear to be surfing on the chocolate surface. By the way, is that your noble phantasm? Oh yeah, this is Certus. He's already bound to my chains. So I just gave him a little tug and off I go. Huh, interesting. That's the sea monster Poseidon sent after Ethiopia. The same sea monster you were nearly sacrificed to, in fact. It's said to have been both part whale and part dragon, and it was the base for the constellation of the same name. I can see how your fates would be tied together, but I have no idea how it ended up as your noble phantasm. Now I'm really curious. I know, right? Especially after Perseus killed him and everything. Who cares about that? Pressingly, regardless of how much stirring you did with your noble phantasm, the situation did not change one bit, did it? No, it didn't, unfortunately. I really stirred as hard as I could too. But no, nothing changed. The river is still just as stagnant as before. I see. I'm sorry I couldn't be of more help. Don't worry, that's how it always goes at first. Alright, I'll have to make you a good, safe, temporary magical energy supply line. You must be pretty low on resources after using your noble phantasm. You even think about my energy supply. Now I'm even more sorry I couldn't help. I'll do everything I can to improve on that. You guys have done this kind of thing before, right? So at times like this, what should we do next? Why don't we start by gathering more information? Okay, now that you mention it, I think I saw a local over by the river. They'd probably know more about this world and this river than me. Let's go talk to them. I can't even imagine what the locals must be like. But as long as we can communicate with them, that does seem like a good place to start. Great, I'll show you where they are. Come on, this way. She's certainly bright and cheerful, isn't she? Even though we only just met, I already feel like we are friends. She's definitely not a traditional princess. She seems very amiable. She seems like no more than your average happy-go-lucky farm girl. For me, a palace is a palace where poisoned chalice are exchanged daily. Perhaps someone like Wu Zetian, who sees things the same way I do, could hold her own against me for a bit. But that girl would last for no more than a day. If she is in fact an enemy attempting to deceive us, then we have nothing to fear. I see no need to be worry of her. Now, go on now, after her. Left to her own devices, there is no telling how far she may run off on her own. Okay. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. This whole chocolate miasma been a big problem for us. It's hard to breathe, and it's making a lot of people sick. The, this isn't the kind of local I was expecting, but fortunately, it seems we can communicate, and they don't mean us harm. Could you keep asking for more information? Sure thing. So, like, do you know what's causing this chocolate miasma? Well, yeah, it's caused the river stopped flowing. You can just kinda tell. For that matter, what is this bizarre river anyway? What do you mean? It's Chocolate River, of course. It's been here as long as we have. That's all we know. I mean, come on. If you lived near a river, would you automatically know how old it is? How old it was or why it was there? I no. I guess not. Oh, but there is one thing. Nobody knows for sure, but rumor has it that this chocolate river lets you see people you miss. What does that mean? It's probably like if you follow this river where it leads, you'll find a person you want to see the most. I've never seen it myself, but that's what people says. I can't tell you any more than that. This is getting us nowhere. Does anyone else know who can talk? Does anyone else you know who can talk happen to have any more accurate information? Nah, I'd say nobody else knows any more than I do. Especially when this chocolate miasma is messing with everyone's head. And not just those of us who walk around on two legs. It's affecting beasts too, and I don't think you can talk to them at all. So crap. There's some now. Okay, snake. Hostiles preparing for intercept the enemy now. Good grief. You there, girl. If all you are good for is making noise, then you may as well be just another farm girl. So if you truly are a servant, then show us what you can handle. That you can handle this riffraff. You got it. I'm happy to show what. I'm happy to show that I'm no damsel in distress. No damsel just waiting to be sacrificed. These chains are my chains of destiny. If I can't lose them, then I'm going to use them. Let's do this. Oracle's chain near Nere. Yes. Pull in something heavy and painful for me. Okay. Let's see if someone has her. Yep. Okay, Phoenix. It's sure. Yeah, sure. I think I didn't download the data, so I think that's the reason this is this loading is taking so long. So yeah, I should probably do it tonight. So it doesn't lag tomorrow.
お前は我が城の影に溶けるしかなかろう。
Stars. Gain stars each turn, then damage cut and increase NP gauge. Okay. I think it's, yep, 3 turns, target focus, increase NP gauge, get strength.
ごめん、まぶしくしなきゃ。だよね。
Workouts and NP gauge, NP strength. Okay.
古きルーン我が友もみよりどれにし古きルーン
ノリノリだね。来た来た、ザッパー。
Okay. Okay, 50% NP gain back. I,
ノリノリだね。
命令する
I don't think our NP gain is that great.
つながれたってこっちは来る。
How many hits is our NP?
なんだ
いいと思う。
Show
刻
Andromeda.
まれし運命、信託の鎖。
NP hits 6 set. Okay.
かの海の清流よ。アイティオピアケテス。
今は楽しめいずれ終わるのだから
Okay. All right. How do you like that? All hostiles have been defeated. Great job, everyone. That was some great fighting, Andromeda. You don't need any backup from us at all. You're definitely very energetic on the battlefield. I've always liked being active. It's like they say simple is best. You make it sound easy, but that looked like a very interesting combat style to me. A combination of your chain and the boulders they are tied to. Though, if anything, it's less that you are. What? It's less that you're purposefully deciding to fight that way, and more like a natural progression. Wow, you're sharp. Yeah, when I was incapacitated, inscribed on the throne, it was as a sacrificial maiden tied to a boulder with chains. I can't do anything about that, but looking at it from a different angle, it also means that there is always going to be boulders on the other end of these chains, right? So I figured I can fight it. I could fight too if I just use these boulders myself. I see. In mythology, you were changed to a boulder by the ocean so you could be sacrificed to a sea monster. Now that you're a heroic spirit, that stone has taken on physical form. So you're taking the ties that physically and conceptually bind you and turning them into your own ends. I don't know whether to call them remarkably resilient or an incredible feat of brute strength. So what do you think, Empress? Were you impressed? Is that why your mouth's hanging open? How colossal, you colossal fool. I'm still in shock at the crude, brutish way in which you fight. Hang on. Is Cetus with you too? Cetus. Since Perseus used Medea's head to purify it, which could be s- which could be said to have turned Cetus itself into a boulder that can sink into the sea. Then does that mean it also considered a boulder that's bonded to you? I'm not totally sure, but probably. I never gave it too much thought. I guess that just goes to show how strong the conceptual link between her chains and boulders really is then. Since Pos- Poseidon, Poseidon is mixed up in this too. It could be as strong as curse straight from a god. Anyway, fighting stuff aside, the important thing is that we won. Wow, thanks for saving us, creatures that have lost their minds like that attack. Creatures that have lost their mind like that attack us sometimes. I wish I could give you something in thanks, but I already told you everything I know about the river. No, actually, wait. I just remembered something. What is it? Do you guys have any other friends? Because I saw someone else who had the same air about them as you guys not too long ago. They were investigating the river too, so I thought they might be with you. Someone who has the same air as us. That probably means they were a servant. Can you tell us where you saw this person? It couldn't be just another friend of yours. It couldn't. For this mission, Semiramis and I were the only Kaldian servants who reshifted here with Master. So if there are any other servants around here, either way, either they were summoned by the land like you were, or they have something to do with this anomaly. Regardless, it shouldn't hurt to try and make contact with them. Hmm. Does the river look a little different to you now? Oh, it stopped. It looked like that's where the chocolate river comes to an end. It's not only that it isn't flowing. There is no river beyond that point. And wait, is that a person? I feel like I've seen them somewhere before, but wow, what a crazy beard. Oh, why him? Oh hey, you guys are here too, huh? Great timing. Seems like there is only so much I can do here on my own. Why him? Columbus? Yeah, it's me. Why are you looking at me like that? Uh, hmm. Well, his basic spirit origin data does check out. It looks like he really is Callius Columbus. The reason he looks different now is because of a slight change in the data's outer shell, for lack of, for a lack of a better term. As for what the change consists of, it's more of a black box than I thought. I don't think I'll be able to dig in any deeper from here. So you really are Callias Columbus. What are you doing here then? Honestly, I got no idea either. All I know is one moment I was there The next, I was here looking different. Hmm. Hey, come on. Why are you looking at me like that? I'm telling the truth. So, he's part of your team, right? Because it feels something slightly off here and I don't know why. Who knows? Perhaps you are remembering an occasion where you bit into a piece of fruit that may or may not have been poisoned. Sheesh, I'll have to know. I have been doing some honest work out here. I've been investigating this world where, well, this river really. And I found some stuff out. Oh yeah, that sounds perfect. Please tell us. Sure. As you might have guessed, this miasma is being caused by the river not flowing. You can see for yourself. It stops right here. That's why I went stagnant and started producing this weird, unnatural miasma. That lines up with what we thought. But what we thought. Do you have any idea of how we can fix it? Well, the best and surest way would be to get the river flowing again. If stagnantly crossing the miasma, then no sagandri. What is that word? Huh? Stagnancy. Whoops. Stagnancy. Okay. Makes sense. Then no stagnancy means no miasma. It just makes sense. But I already tried mixing it up and it didn't work. I don't think I have seen you before, Missy. I'm Andromeda. I'm helping Kalia resolve the situation. Nice to meet you, beard guy. Well, you seem like you'd be a big help. No, really, I mean that. But anyway, as you found out, just stirring the river up isn't enough to get it flowing again. What you need to do is give it directionality. Directionality. That's right. Long story short, we gotta get a ship on this river. Boats on a river always follows the flow of the water, right? In this case, the same principle can actually reverse the usual cause and effect and get this river moving again. Of course, just putting a boat on it won't be enough. It'll also need a crew. It's crew that's actually trying to go down river. I guess it's possible that putting a boat on an unnatural chocolate river like this might be enough of a conceptual shot in the arm to get it moving again. But how do you figure that out? Come on, I'm a sailor, remember? I've always been good at reading currents and water properties. I wonder about that. A poisoned fruit gets more flavorful with each bite. It also becomes more painful. So, if we put a boat on this river and get a proper crew, it'll be enough to get this river flowing again. Get the river flowing again. Nah, that's just the first requirement. There is still two other we'll need to meet. First, we are gonna need more chocolates. You know how river slow to a crawl when they dry up in the hot sun, yeah? Same kind of story here. You can't physically move what's not there, after all. So we are gonna have to scorch up all the chocolate we can and add it to this river. Yeah, makes sense. So what's the last condition? Just adding more chocolate to the river ain't gonna be enough to cut it either. Just like the figurehead on a boat, or a compass needle that always points in the same direction. It's also going to need something meaningful to base that direction on. You know how the restaurants, you get more business if you specialize in a certain dish. instead of generic diner that just serves food. You'll get more customers if you know you are all about say pasta. That's a lot like that. It's a lot like that. Yeah, I'm not really following you. Okay, so this chocolate river can't move forward because it's made of, well, chocolate. So we're going to add some other kind of distinctive color or trait or property to it to make it more river-like. What that means is we need to pick someone to represent the river, a river captain basically. A boat with a river captain's the only way we are gonna get this river moving. You are a ship captain, can't you do that? I guess that should be me then, since I am a master. Nope, it can't be human. Cause to give the river a new trait color. New trait or colors. You'll need to be constantly using as much magical energy as it takes to release a noble phantasm's true name. And I can't do it either. See, I just checked it again and a little while ago and I can't believe my eyes. It looks like the river's already got a new trait. Any ideas how that might have happened? Did someone toss their noble phantasm in there for a while or something? Hmm. I think that was probably me. I was just surfing on the river on my noble phantasm, Celsius. Earlier, so Celtus. Is this my fault? Did I screw it up again? Did I screw it up? Oh man, I'm so sorry. I was just trying to help, I promise. Huh, it's okay. It surprised me, sure, but that doesn't mean it's a bad thing. We can't change the river again easily once its properties are set, so we'll have to be careful there, but there's a condition that needs to be met for someone to be able to change the river's property. And lucky for us, apparently we have already got someone that meets it. What's the condition? They have to be missing someone. They have to be missing. Oh yeah, that chocolate Tony we talked to said this river lets you see people you miss. So the idea is to use that fundamental property to guide a boat down it, thereby getting it flowing again. More or less. So, how about it, Missy? Any idea who it is? Uh-huh. It's a little embarrassing to admit, but there is someone I miss all the time. The love of my life, the hero who rescued me, the boy who married me. Perseus. Ah, that's so. Ain't young love grand? Oh hey, it looks like the new properties are starting to manifest visually too. You're right, I'm seeing large boulders popping up throughout the river. Although the current is still as stagnant as before. Looks like Missy here gave the river boulders. I see. So this girl's unique trait altered the river via her magical energy. Alright, I think we have got enough data to make an informed decision here, so let's go over everything quickly. To repair the singularity, we'll need to get rid of this miasma. To do that, we'll need to get the chocolate river flowing. And to do that, we'll need to give the river unique properties, then follow it downstream on a boat. You can get us the boat, right, Columbus? Well, yeah, sure. My Santa Maria, the only ship we will need. We also acquired some chocolate when we defeated those chocolate monsters earlier. I think we can add that chocolate to the river. Great. Then that just leaves one last problem. Andromeda. It looks like we are going to need your help for this whole ordeal. Can you count on you? Count on it. Well, as I'm also a little worried about why Columbus knows so much about this situation. But I can let that go for now. Besides, it's not like he always betrays us every chance he gets. Most of the time, anyway. I'd better keep an eye on him. Yep, of course. I'm not about to get off the ship now, literally and figuratively. Or figuratively. In fact, I feel like I should be asking you to please let me stay and help till the end. I think that's probably the whole reason I'm here. Of course, thanks. Well then, glad to have you on board. Alright, let's get this ship on the river then. Just so you know, I won't be able to help out in battle while I'm doing this. It takes a lot out of me to keep my ship manifested all the time. Here goes. Good, everyone made it on board. Uh, is this chocolate going to be enough to make it to the end? I doubt it. So, when we run out, we'll have to run back to shore and collect more or something. Basically, yeah, but that ain't the only way. This is just a guess, but I bet this river will also start flowing when we throw in stuff related to Yumise. Meaning we can probably also use boulders on top of the chocolate. Suppose it will be more accurate to say this river's now treating big old stones like they were the same as chocolates. Oh, so boulders are kind of like filter now. Makes sense. Does that mean I can pull someone out with my chains and toss them into the river? As long as you got magical energy to spare, sure, but that would probably use too much to be worth it. The best way to get more will probably be to defeat monsters that look like boulders. Or to break apart any good boulders we happen to find and collect their pieces. Assuming we have got someone who's better at that sort of thing than they are at fighting. That is. He's talking about us, okay. Is that why she was chosen to come along? Must you stare at me with such expression? You'll attract flies. Oh no, you had better not be thinking what I think you are thinking. Fine, it seems like once and for all to set the record straight. I'm not a civil engineer servant. Don't be so modest. Don't listen to her. Her hanging garden are top notch. You made a flying garden. That's awesome. Stop that. You must not find that convincing. Ah, I swear. Well, fine. The best thing to do with a job like this is to get it over with quickly. So if breaking boulders is the best way I can do that, then I will loot through the what? So if breaking boulders is the best way I can do that, then I will. Loot though I may be to do so. Thanks, Semiramis. We are counting on you. That will be a big help. Thank you. Looks like everyone's in place then. As the ship's captain, I'll be the one steering it. As my patrons, Andromeda will be the one declaring where it goes. And as the head engineer, the Empress here will be in charge of collecting the fuel we need to make progress. And will be this swap. Right, we'll gather chocolate and boulders and handle the other jobs that needs doing. Hey, I'm not the type to portion or just kick back with her nose in the air as everyone else does all the work. I'll help out around the ship when I can too. Thank you, Andromeda. That will be a big help. Yeah, thanks for pitching in. We'll all do this together. Of course. Thanks again for having me. Okay, everyone, to go. Then I'm gonna rise the anchor and set sail. Okay. Section 1 done. Okay.
なんだか知らないけど船をいっぱい進めたらご褒美がもらえるみたい。やったーとか
おう、いらっしゃい。真面目に店番してるってだ。
Okay, I think I'll stop here and farm a bit more on my own time. And I think tomorrow we can go through the story chapter first and do at least 5 or 10
おう、いらっしゃい。
5 or 10 chocolate scenes. So yeah.
前からちょっと気になってたんだけどさ、お腹大丈夫？チョコレート食べ過ぎてない？もし辛かったら言ってね。胃薬もらってきてあげるから。
Okay, so yeah, thank you all for joining in. Tomorrow I'll be continuing with the story, plus we'll go through some of the new Valentine scenes that the servants I didn't have last year, or the servants I didn't have last year. So yeah, thank you all for joining and see you guys tomorrow. Bye.